Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana. Thank you for tuning in and I hope you come back. So today's video is about how I grew my perfume collection. I'm going to give you the tips and tricks that I used to grow my perfume collection, keeping it understandably in a budget. I say understandably because to some people it may be, and others may be, oh my goodness, I could do that. Let's start from the beginning. I have always loved perfume. I grew up with a mom who would spray a little bit of perfume to go to bed. Like, how can you not love perfume when that's your mother, right? Or when we would have professional shoots done, like family portraits, she would spray each of us some perfume and she would say, when you smell good, your pictures look good. So I don't know. I just thought that was extremely adorable. So obviously I grew up with a deep love for fragrances, for perfume, for smelling good in general, right? So it wasn't a stretch from that to this. It's not like, oh my goodness, where did that come from? I have an origin story. So today I decided that I was going to give you the tips and tricks that I used and some that I've come up with as time has gone on how I grew my collection to what it is now. Tip number one, you have to find out what you like. So I would not say decades because that's aging myself. Years ago, I obviously didn't start with the niche perfumes. I didn't even know that niche perfumes existed. All I knew at that point was the Chanels, because everyone knew the Chanels, and Victoria's Secret Bath and Body Works. So obviously that's why I started with Bath and Body Works. I bought those sprays and would douse myself in spray, like from head to toe. Make sure that that vanilla, that fruity, this is like that was my jam. Bath and Body Works was my jam. So starting there in those sprays kind of taught me what I liked, the sense I liked on myself, the sense I liked people to smell on me, the kind of thing. So with the different scent groups, we have the woodies, we have the sweets, we have the fruities, kind of thing. So I realized that I liked vanilla, but I liked it in a gourmand way. Teenager doesn't not like vanilla gourmands or fruities. So that's what I started. I then felt like I kind of like wanted to have a bigger perfume. So on a random day, I took a walk in Sephora. And oh my goodness, it was like I was in heaven. I took a walk in Sephora. I smelled different perfumes. I had them give me different samples. Now, that is tip number two, right? Get samples. Don't be afraid to ask for samples. Getting samples now is a little easier. Before, we had to ask whoever was in the perfume section to kind of like spread those samples into those tiny little bottles. And now I feel like, in my opinion at least, it's a lot easier. You could get samples at Sephora, at Shoppers Drug Mart, at Nordstrom, different places, right? You can ask whoever is in the perfume section to kind of decant it for you in the little bottles, sample bottles. There you can sample it, wear it around, see if that's your vibe. Again, finding what you like. You can also go to different websites. So let's say the bigger websites like MFK or Delina, or there's even Lucky Sense. These websites sell samples to you. So you can, I'm sure you can get a set for at least $20. To me, that's not expensive because you're making sure you're not doing a blind buy. You're making sure that you like what you're going to get, right? So get samples. Another way you can get samples is by going to either Shoppers Drug Mart or Sephora and purchasing the sampler. In the sampler set, you're going to get sizes like this, right? And they're so freaking cute. Look at them, they are so cute. I can't. I know you're going to get samples like this. With the sampler set, either from Shoppers Drug Mart or from Sephora, you get a coupon. And that coupon, you hand it in, and you can get a full perfume from the perfumes in the set. So for instance, if my set had this Lancome, this Giorgio Armani, and this YSL, I could get a full bottle of this, of one of these three, without paying extra. How cool is that? Right? So you cannot complain that, oh my goodness, how am I supposed to sample them? Everything is so expensive. Girl, I'm giving you the tips and tricks. We can get through this. Next, what I did at least is after getting samples from different websites, from different stores, then I found out about perfume group exchanges, right? So you'll find maybe Facebook groups, or I don't know, uh, perfume lovers most of the time are willing to sell you a sample. They're willing to sell you a decant of their full bottle as long as you ask really nicely. So I did that as well. Now the third thing I did to grow my collection is, once I figured out what I like on me, but started with maybe a one bottle, two bottles, because I knew what I liked, so I was getting that, right? I think my first ever perfume was Chanel. It had to be Chanel because all my life I wanted to own a Chanel. You have no idea. I think I actually still have it because, believe it or not, this bottle, this is the second bottle of my first perfume, the Chanel Mademoiselle perfume. Oh my goodness. I still love, oh, it is so good. I still smell it, and it's like all those memories come back to me, like hang out with my friends, graduation, because this is what I wore to my graduation. So obviously, duh. It just, perfume is integral in our lives, I'm telling you. Anyway, so this was my first ever bottle. Once I knew that, okay, I liked it a little bit sweet, a little bit floral, then I moved on and grew my collection. Now, how did I do it on a budget? First things first, look out for sales. Always look out for sales. There's always going to be a sale going on, be it around holidays or around the different 20% off, maybe at Sephora, or the point systems at Shoppers Drug Mart. Now, let's go to the point systems at Shoppers Drug Mart, because with the low blow companies, every time you shop, you get points, right? And then certain points convert into a certain amount of money. So if you accumulate all your points, grocery shopping or doing whatever, maybe buying makeup, restocking on skincare, then you can use your accumulated points to buy a bottle of perfume. And then you didn't even spend any money. Hashtag girl math. So literally the perfume bottle was free. Anyway, moving on. So again, sales, point system, do that, right? Another way to save money on this is going to discount websites. I love discount websites. When I say discount websites, I'm talking about places like Fragrance Buy. I think you have Rebel Scents. I'm going to link all these websites down below so that you actually do check them out. There's Rebel Scents. There is fragrancenet.com, perfume.net, perfume.ca. All these places are selling genuine fragrances at a discount. The reason as to why they are able to sell it at a discount is most of these places don't have physical stores. So the money that they save on renting out a brick and mortar store, they're going to discount it on the perfume, right? On the product itself. Guys, you can even get fragrances at Costco. Freaking Costco. Like, why not, right? And then you can go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or for my Canadians, you can go to Winner. Before I could afford buying the bigger bottles and even the discount sites, I also tried out Dupes. Now, the ethics on this is a little iffy because some people are going to say, if you want something, you should buy a genuine product. And I get that. But some people genuinely cannot afford this and they still want to try it. And it could also be in the place of samples, right? So maybe a popular scent like Baccarat Rouge, you want it, but this bottle is expensive. We're not even going to joke about it. This is an expensive perfume, but you want to try it out, but you don't know if you like it, so you don't want to, jump out of the gate and just buy it. They do sell samples on their website, and I'm sure you can get samples of the Baccarat Rouge on Lucky Sense as well. I'm going to link the website down below. But maybe you want something bigger than the sample size. You want something that you're going to wear for at least a month to really see, do I really, really like this perfume? Certain websites like, say, Perfumes, Okcha, if I'm pronouncing that right. So I know Okcha is based out of Canada, but it ships to the US as well. And there is Dossier that is based out of the US, but it ships to Canada as well. These companies and various other companies like also Alt, ALT, they do really good, almost true to the real thing, dupes, right? You're going to buy a dupe and you're going to get a sense of what it's like wearing that perfume, because it's going to be the closest thing to the actual thing, to the actual perfume, right? And maybe once the bottle is done and you think, oh my goodness, I really do love it. I think I'm going to, I'm going to make the investment, because kid you not, that back there, that is an investment. Getting those bottles is not just, oh my goodness, I'm going to grow my collection. These are things that I love. I love how they make me feel. I love how the smell makes the people around me feel. So it is an investment. Thank you to everyone who gets to smell me, by the way. You're welcome. Anyway, so after maybe you've tried the dupe out and you're thinking, oh, I'm ready to make the investment, then you can buy the real bottle, because you know that you're actually going to like it, right? After all this is said and done, having a collection is wonderful, absolutely wonderful, don't get me wrong. But a regular person does not need more than 3-4 perfumes at once. Because despite regular belief, perfume does go bad, right? And this again is, I'm going to say this is tip number 4 on how I grew my collection. Perfume, once you don't take care of it, goes bad. So how do you take care of perfume? So make sure that it lasts, because like we said, this is an investment and we take care of our investments, right? So how you take care of your perfume to make sure it doesn't go bad matters. You can't store your perfume in a humid place. So take your perfume out of your bathroom. Yes, we see so many of these aesthetic videos where their perfume bottles are kept on their bathroom vanities. But when you take a shower and the room fogs up, that's humidity. Humidity makes your fragrance go bad, right? When it goes bad, you will notice that the smell is off. It's a little rancid, right? And no one wants to smell off. At least I don't. That's why I'm giving you these tips. Another one, keep your perfume in a cool, dark place. Again, a cool, dark place. Light also affects how your perfume is going to last. If you keep it in a bright place, mostly sunlight, where it's exposed to sunlight, it's going to not last as long. So cool, dark place. You see the back here? Yes, right now the light is hitting it, but that's because I'm filming right now. But when I'm not filming, this is a closet, so I can close it. So I'm keeping it in a cool, dark place, right? Protect your investment. Okay, tip number, I think I'm on 4 at this point. Only buy what you like, because you're not trying to build a collection. Yes, okay, let me take that back. You're trying to build a collection, but it's a collection for you. You're not trying to build another Sephora in your house. Trust me, you do not need 200 perfumes. Yes, we watch the TikToks and the different videos and they look so freaking cool. You're like, I want to own a store of perfume, because why not? When are you going to wear it, friend? Do you even like what you have? Or are you just holding on to it because you like how it looks? And then you're wasting money, and then it's a whole thing. And in this economy, we are not wasting money. So only buy what you like. In that same spirit, I'm going to say, avoid blind buys. I'll be the first one to say, because I'm no hypocrite, I grew my collection by blind buying some of my bottles, right? But the problem with blind buying is you're not really sure if you're going to like it when it gets here. You don't know how it's going to wear on you the whole day. You don't know how it's going to affect you during the different notes as they dissipate. You know, the top notes, the middle notes, or the base notes. A perfume tends to smell different as it dissipates into the air. What stays at the end of the day is normally not how it starts, because most perfumes are not linear like that, right? So you have to make sure you like the fragrance in all its stages. So avoid blind buying, test these things out, or maybe buy from a reputable place where you can return it if you don't like it, right? My final tip on how I grew my collection: I avoid getting my bottles on Amazon. Now, before everyone gets into a ruckus of, oh my goodness, what are you talking about, Juliana? People buy their perfumes on Amazon, and it's the thing is, Amazon does not regulate who sells stuff on there. That being said, you do not know if what you're buying is genuine or not because it's not regulated. You get what I'm saying? So it may be a little bit more expensive, which I doubt actually, because going to my discounted websites, and by those discounted websites are permitted by those brands to be sold. Going to a discounted website sometimes costs less than going to Amazon. Again, I'm going to tell you guys, you can't be guaranteed that you're buying a genuine product on Amazon. There are going to be so many people trying to pass up a duplication or an imitation for the real thing. And that may confuse you because I said that dupes helped me learn what I liked. But I want to buy a dupe when I know I'm buying a dupe. I don't want to pay $300 for a perfume that is not even it. I don't know about you, but that, no, no, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. So make sure to only purchase from reputable sources so that um, you're not scammed. You know, we're not going to fall for scammers because we're better than that. Those are all my tips on how I grew my perfume collection. I hope you like this video.